Hello students and welcome to another session of English with Rita Oshan from Chalukya Academy. Today we are going to deal with the poem The Patriot by Robert Browning. Robert Browning was a famous poet of the Victorian age. He was noted for his mastery of dramatic monologue and psychological portraiture. His poems are known for their irony, characterization, dark humor, social commentary, historical settings, and challenging vocabulary. His most noted work was The Ring and the Book, the story of a Roman murder trial in 12 books. Now, before we go on to the poetry, we would like to talk about the backdrop of this poem. Austrian rule over Italy was quite unpopular. Many Italians tried to free their country, but in vain. The patriot in the poem seems to have been one of those heroic people who tried to do the impossible. Browning probably was a witness to the rise and fall of many such heroes. The patriot in his poem thus meets a tragic fate because of the whimsical nature of the common people. The Patriot also has a subheading titled An Old Story. This is much like the title of a novel. The presence of a subheading supports the idea that Browning designed his poem to be read as a story in which each stanza is actually a chapter. The Patriot is a tragic tale of a man who fell from being a star citizen to becoming despised so intensely that he was put to death. The entire poem is based on irony, as the people who once used to revere the man, put him on a pedestal, became the same people who deserted him and even killed him at the end. Browning uses the poetic devices of irony, metaphors, imagery, and alliteration to show the reader the uncertain nature of society. Society is very dynamic in the people they choose to support. Entire nations can switch sides instantaneously without care or worry about what happens to those they left behind. Now, before we move on to the poem, we need to talk about a Greek illusion about Icarus and his father Daedalus. Daedalus was a master craftsman who had helped King Minos build a labyrinth to trap the demon Minotaur. But King Minos imprisoned Daedalus as well as his son Icarus in the same labyrinth. They both would have died of starvation. Daedalus decided to make wings for himself and his son. They both gathered feathers which were scattered around the labyrinth and took a wooden frame and adhered the feathers with wax onto it. Daedalus warned Icarus not to go too near the sun before they took flight and told him if he went too close to the sun, the wax would melt. Icarus became so rapturous with the ability to fly that he forgot his father's warning. The wax melted and Icarus fell into the sea and died of drowning. Now, there are many symbols used in the poem. Roses symbolize honor, respect, and passion. Path is symbolic of political career. Myrtle symbolizes love, purity, generosity, and innocence. Sun represents something beyond access or unreachable. Windows stand for freedom. Forehead, a symbol of good luck, but bleeding forehead symbolizes bad luck. Rope symbolizes restrictions, devoid of power and confinement. Rain is a symbol for period of despair and trial. The Patriot and Old Story. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. The church spires flamed, such flags they had a year ago on this very day. The patriot begins his story by saying that it was exactly a year ago when he was welcomed into the town with roses and myrtle strewn in his path. People were mad, delirious with joy. They were ecstatic and cheering for him. All the people had gathered on the rooftops, and the rooftops seemed to move, seemed to heave and sway, move from one end to the other because of the innumerable people trying to look down and catch a glimpse of the patriot. The church spires were decorated with fiery flags, the flags of victory. It seemed that the church spires were all ablaze, and all this happened exactly a year ago. In the very first line, the poet has used repetition as well as alliteration. Repetition because the word roses is repeated, and alliteration because the sound R is repeated. Myrtle mixed in my path like mad. Myrtle mixed and mad. The letter M is repeated, so alliteration. In my path like mad, like, so simile. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. Seem to heave and sway gives us a kinesthetic image. It is like a visual, beautiful imagery. The church spires flamed, such flags they had, also gives us a beautiful visual imagery. The air broke into a mist with bells. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies, they had answered, and afterward, what else? The patriot says that the atmosphere resounded with the sound of bells. The old walls reflected the din created by the crowd. And at that time, if the patriot would have told them, this is just mere noise and it doesn't make any sense. And if he had told them to get him the son, they would have readily agreed and then asked him, what more do you want? That means that the patriot paints a very beautiful picture saying that the air was misty. That means the visibility wasn't so clear because of so many bells clanging together. The old walls also seemed to sway with the crowd and the noise that they made. The patriot seems to say that he was accorded a wonderful welcome and he felt very happy at being cheered by the people. It was not the people who finally got the sun. It was he who leapt at the sun. Now this is the illusion that I was speaking to earlier. Alack, it was I who leaped at the sun, to give it my loving friends to keep. Not man could do have I left undone. And you see my harvest, what I reap? This very day, now a year is run. The patriot says that it was he who wanted to do the impossible, who wanted to give his people what they deserved. He did everything that was possible within his might. No other man could have done what he did. And what was his reward? Look at what he finally had to reap. Instead of being praised for all that he had done for his people, he was condemned. He was executed and taken to the gallows. And it was just a year since they had put him on a pedestal. There's nobody on the housetops now, just a palsied few at the windows set, for the best of the sight is all allow at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trow. The Patriot says that, look at how the scene has changed just within a period of 1 year. Earlier, there were so many people that the rooftops seemed to sway and heave, but presently there is nobody on the roofs. Just a few people who are paralyzed are sitting at the windows watching down below. All the others have rushed to the shambles gate, that is the place of execution. They want to be very close to the site to witness the execution of the patriot. They all want to be very close to the scaffold's foot. Scaffold means a raised platform on which the patriot would be executed. The patriot believes that those people have already reached the shambles gate to see his execution. I go in the rain and more than needs. A rope cuts both my wrists behind, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds, for they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my years' misdeeds. So the patriot says that when he's been taken away, when he's been taken to the shambles gate, the poet shows his pathetic condition. He says that the people are carrying him to the gallows in the rain. They unnecessarily have tied his hands behind his back with a tight rope, and the tight rope is biting into his flesh and his wrists are bleeding. He also feels that his forehead is bleeding, but he cannot touch it as his wrists are tight behind his back. All the people who have come to witness the execution are flinging stones at him, are throwing stones at him. Everybody feels that he has done nothing for his countrymen. Every person has turned against him, and the achievements of his past 1 year have been changed to misdeeds. They have forgotten his service to them, and now they are punishing him for his good work for them. Thus I entered, and thus I go. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe? Me, God might question now instead. 'Tis God shall repay, I'm safer so. So the patriot says, look at the way how I entered this town. There was adulation, there was ecstasy, there was joy, there was screaming, and look at the way I am leaving this town I am going. Look at my ignoble exit. So here the poet has used antithesis by saying entered and go. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead. Many people die at the peak of their glory, or when they have achieved something spectacular, and that is the time they are paid by the world. They are called patriots. People speak about them, they are respected, and many memorials are also made for them. But in my case, that is not true at all. I haven't been paid by the world. I haven't been paid by the people on this earth. So therefore, there is hope for me. When people who die during their triumphs or immediately after their triumphs, they are paid by the world, they are respected by the world, and they cannot go and question God to do something for them. But in his case, God will definitely repay him because he has not been treated well in this world. It's really ironical that the patriot feels safe while dying. He feels in the bosom of God he will be totally safe. Coming to the themes of the poem. The poem depicts the fickle mindedness of the people or the mob psychology. Whatever one person seems to think or say about the other person, the people flow with the tide. Public memory is indeed short lived. The rise and fall of fortunes is yet another theme touched upon in the poem. Over ambition always leads to destruction. The world is a dynamic, fickle, and transient place. Glory and fame are never permanent, they do not last forever. We should have faith in God because God is the only one who is going to reward us for our good deeds. The poet has also touched upon the fickle nature of public versus the divine nature of God. Finally, God is the one who is going to do justice to all of us beings. The poem represents a tragic, dramatic situation. It invokes in us a feeling of pity, fear, and relief called catharsis. The leader's downfall excites feelings of pity in us. We fear because we recognize similar possibilities. However, the patriot's belief, "'Tis God shall repay, I am safer so," gives us relief, and we feel that the patriot will definitely be rewarded by God. I am sure, children, you must have understood this poem very well. I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.